So I did a poll on which video you guys would like to hear first this Sunday, and the embarrassing story won. I'm not even surprised, but it is an embarrassing date, and I'm eating gum, by the way. And if you're from my first channel, you might remember this story. If you're not from my first channel, well, you're in for a treat, because before I begin, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And now, this video is not gonna be intended for relaxation. It's not. And this is why I like to do my road calls, but a lot of you guys listen to me at work on your way home or something, and so this is what this video is gonna be for. This video, although it's a true story, it's for entertainment purposes only. It's not to fall asleep to. I'm gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh. So, and let me just get my tissue ready, cause my nose be dripping. So, okay. And this story takes place, right? It takes place before my psycho boyfriend. And so I was very, very, very young back then. Let's just say I was in my early 20s somewhere. And I was dating this guy, and everything was cool, you know. The reason why, okay, so I was dating this guy, and I was getting a little annoyed with him because he would smother the fuck out of me. It was like, I know what you're gonna say, but it was like I couldn't do any wrong. It was just too much. He would call all the time, and by the end of the sky is green, he'd be like, yeah, it's green. You know, I can sit down at a restaurant and I can say, you know, he can order something. I'm like, yeah, no, don't get him that. Bring him this and that. And he'd be like, yeah, what she said. It's like, I don't know, back then I just found that it was a turn off for me. Let's just say, I need for you to have some balls for me. I need for you to have a little bit of, yeah, you need balls and you need a backbone, right? So, fast forward, we decided to go to, it was called a cruise around New York City. And so, you would get on a cruise ship, and it would just circle around New York City. It's a very beautiful scenery out here in New York when you do stuff like that. It was during the summer. It was nice. There was a breeze, you know, and they serve you dinner, drinks, entertainment. It's everything like a cruise ship, except you're not sleeping in the cabin, and you come back within, like, I think it might be like 4 to 6 hours. I'm really not sure. So I drove down to Manhattan. He lived closer than I did, so I had to meet him at the pier. So I'm looking cute as fuck. I'm just gonna say, back then I was tiny. Back then I think I was no more than like maybe like 125. I was about 125 pounds, and I had hair that was touching my butt crack. Everyone back then used to call me like Aaliyah. I used to have like the swoop hair all over it, like I was looking cute. because then you can get what I'm talking about. Oh, tell me if you're that somebody. In Aaliyah's video, she has on this dress this skirt actually that has like the two slits on the side. Yes, I was rocking that. I had on my heels. You couldn't tell me nothing back then, okay? Like, I was pretty back then. I'm not pretty now, but I was pretty back then, right? You know, pretty and skinny. Now I'm just... Anyway, so I'm sitting there and I'm looking around and I'm seeing all these couples online because now there's a line to get on the cruise ship. And so I'm waiting and I'm actually on the phone with my best friend at the time. And I'm like, where is so-and-so, where is so-and-so? And I'm like, oh, let me find out. He stood me up, you know, because he actually had the ticket on the boat. And like I said, I'm seeing all these couples and people are cute and everyone is just like, you know, everyone's nice and socializing. And then, I kid you not, while I'm on the phone, I hear people like laughing and snickering, and I'm hearing stuff like, oh no he didn't, and I wonder who he belongs to, and wow, he's making a statement, and oh my god, he's so bright. And at this time, like I said, there were so many people, and we're in the line, like they're checking tickets and stuff. There's just people all around, right? It wasn't until I turned around and I'm like, what are they talking about? Because now I'm on to gossip on the phone with my friend. Like, you know what? Let me get into the gossip. Let me tell you who they're talking about, right? So we can make fun of them as well. Y'all, it was my date. Let me tell you something. This mother effer, right? He comes, first of all. Y'all, he came in matching from head to toe. He had on, okay, he was in the color of blue. It was a light blue outfit, but everything was fucking blue. Everything, y'all, everything was fucking blue. And when I turned around, and I'm on the phone with my friend, I'm like, it's so-and-so, and she's hysterically laughing like, wait, so that guy they're saying, I wonder who he belongs to, is actually your date? And I'm like, yes, y'all. This man came in some blue fucking shoes, right? Blue shoes, blue pants, blue belt, blue shirt, blue like vest, visor type of thing, blue coat, blue hat, and the motherfucker had like a blue pimp cane. First of all, let me know where you can find a blue pimp cane, right? What the actual fuck? Like, you couldn't throw no white up in that bitch. You couldn't like break it up. And I'm just so mad right now. Because y'all, he's walking in like he's the finest shit in New York City. And little does he know, he is the talk of the cruise. Now, when I say blue from head to fucking toe, he was dipped out from blue head to toe. Y'all, okay, you know how like if you buy like black sneakers, right? All of it might be black, but at least like the bottom of like the sole is white. No, his shoe, like even the buckle of it was fucking blue. Like everything was blue. Do you hear me? Everything was blue. Baby fucking blue. Baby blue. Like the only thing that was not blue was the part of the belt buckle that you actually, yeah, that part was the only thing silver. That was it. His shoes were baby blue. It's fucking socks. This man's. We're gonna take the shit from the bottom up, yo. He had on blue shoes, y'all, right? Like, and they were like, they were like blue church shoes. At that, they were fucking church shoes, right? But then he had on like the church blue socks. I didn't even know they made church socks in baby blue. Tell me where you finding baby blue church socks from. Comment down below, because this is bullshit. And then he had on the pants that were blue, then the fucking belt was blue, then the shirt, the vest part, and it looked like it was a mixture of like going to the prom and going to your wedding. It was like a mixture of both. And you remember I told you that it was in the middle of the summer. We'll get back to that shit. So then his belt was blue, the shirt, everything was blue, everything. And then he had like the shirt buttoned up like he thought he was fly as fuck. He thought he was making a statement, y'all. So then he comes up to me, right? And now he's trying to give me a kiss on me. He's trying to give me a kiss on my cheek, and now I'm so embarrassed because people are like, oh, you know, I'm hearing it like, oh, that's hers, and oh, but then what I failed to mention before is that he also had on this he had on this cologne that it seemed as if he got it from the dollar store. Listen, it smelled so bad and so cheap, and that when he went in for the kiss, I don't know if he was going in from my cheek or my lips, but when he was coming in, I was like, whoa. Because see, here's the thing, I was afraid that if I kissed him or even hugged him, that fragrance would break me out from head to toe. Like, I wasn't sure if that fragrance is gonna turn me into the Walking Dead. It was horrible. It was, what the fuck? Why did you, what? Who told you that cologne was good? Who told you that cologne wasn't good? And all I'm hearing is, wow, oosh, oh my god, I can't breathe, oh my god, let's make sure we don't sit the next couple. So it's like people already plotting not to sit with us, right? What the fuck? So then he's going in for the kiss, and I go like this, and he's like, and then he gives me a look like, just like that, he's like, and I feel like saying, like, are you seriously wondering why I'm dodging? I am so mad at this point because I have spent, you know, money on like toes and nails. I got my hair did, you know, I bought an outfit, you know. The whole point is I put thought into this event, and you know, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe he did put his own effort into this shit. But who went with you? Who told you that shit was cute? Like, wherever you bought that out, need to bring it back. It was too much. Okay, so. And now he's sitting next to me, and I truthfully, yo, anytime I was taking a breath in, right, I felt as if my nose hairs were burning off because it not only, right? Not only did he buy that cologne, but it seemed as if he poured the whole fucking bottle on him. Like, what is happening right now, right? So anyway, as he's coming to me, we're still outside. We didn't get on the boat yet. As he's coming to me, he does this twirl, like looking like, yeah, I'm the hottest shit in New York. Like, no, you're fucking not. Like, who pimps out a cane blue? Tell me who does that shit. Like, okay, I'm from New York. Listen. And maybe it's because out here in New York City, you know, nobody cares, right? But that's when, like, everyone's down in the city, like, you know, shopping, eating, walking, people trying to catch the bus, train, trying to get to work. Nobody's worried about what you look like in New York City. But the fact that we are in New York City, though, but we're getting on a boat, right? So now there's, like, more people focused on you. Listen, alright, so let's fast forward. So we're now, like, getting on the boat, and again, he's trying to, like, hold my hand, and I'm just like doing little things, like, you know, adjusting my skirt, and, like, just reasons why, you know, I didn't want to, like, hold his hand or anything like that, you know. And so he's trying to do, like, small talk, and y'all, I'm just so irritated right now. I do not want to talk to him. I don't do none of it, right? None of it at all. And, you know, people probably spoke about his outfit for like 20 minutes. But see, now that we're now actually inching up into the cruise ship, right? People are like, I swear, people are like, what's that smell? The smell was a cologne. Oh my god. Like, I can't. There's nothing like, you know, I can't even say a punch. It was like anybody he walked by, and I say this event probably held like maybe 1,500 people. I'm not really maybe 1,000. I'm not really sure, but it was a lot of motherfuckers on that boat, and it was like all eyes were on him, and everyone was talking. Everybody's like holding their nose, and he's like not fazed by it at all. And I was even getting more irritated that he wasn't fazed by it at all, right? And then he had on this fucking pimp hat, y'all. He had on this pimp hat that was also, guess what color? Fucking blue. And then so anyway, there's different sections the cruise ship, and I guess depending, like, truthfully speaking, I'm not sure how they seated us. Now I'm thinking about it now, I'm not sure how they seated us, right? But we're getting there, and we're getting to our location, like where we'd be getting our drinks and our dinner and stuff like that. And when we sat down, we were like the last two to sit down at this table. And when we sat down, right, after 10 minutes, before getting up, one lady said, is that your cologne smelling like that? Like, she was rude as fuck. But I'm glad it happened. See, usually, like, if you're rude to my date, I'm not having it. But see, at this moment, it was like, I'm not gonna be playing for people not having fun at this cruise. Like, this shit was not cheap. I think per ticket was like $250, $300 for like one ticket. And it was also open bar and stuff like that. I'm sorry. This is why I can't laugh, because then my nose starts to run. And so, okay. Yeah, so usually, like, if you're rude to my date or whatever, right, I will be the first one to step in. But see, now it's like I need for other people to let you know that you're not cool right now. You're not. This shit is a fucking disaster. So then he was like, yeah. I forgot what he said, but he was like, yeah, you like it. And I said, damn, what's up with this yeah bullshit? What's this yeah? Like, you're not cute. Like, I am just irritated. I'm irritated from head to toe, and we didn't pull off yet. And so I called my friend again, and of course she's enjoying everything I'm telling her. She's laughing up a storm and this shit is not funny. And so, and the boat started moving, and of course I'm losing connection. So I hang up my cell phone, and I'm going back to where we're seated. And when I go back, there was nobody at our dinner table, and I'm like, what happened? And he's like, oh, everybody went to the bar. And I'm just like, no, everybody ran from you. So anyway, it's like, so the boat takes off. It's probably like maybe 2 o'clock right now. And you know, we're checking out like the events or whatever. And I think they served dinner at like maybe, it was like 4 or 5 o'clock. So they had like little appetizers and people. But it's just like, you know, I felt as if like everyone else was like coming together, but nobody wanted to be around us, because you know, and people were taking pictures. Nobody wanted to be around us because we look like fucking idiots, right? You know, I never say, oh, look at that couple, they look like fucking idiots. And he's like, yeah, you don't want any pictures? I'm like, fuck no. I'm like, yeah, no, you know, my feet hurt. My feet did not hurt. You know, I said I didn't get a chance to put on my right lipstick. Lies. I had just all these, my stomach hurt because I was hungry. Then he's like, well, and maybe you should get a drink or something like that, and that will loosen you up. But here's the thing, back then and even now, if I get any type of drink, I need to eat something. And the fact that that dinner was not until like 4 or 5 o'clock, I had like 3 hours of this bullshit. Meanwhile, y'all, I think what really got me irritated the most, remember I told y'all it was summertime. Well, the dude never wanted to take off his hat or nothing. He had to be color coordinated the whole event, right? But now he's sweating bullets. So he wasn't the skinniest person, but he also wasn't the heaviest. You feel what I'm saying? But he had a little extra to hug, right? And so he's sitting there, and now the fact that you have like, hold on a second. Sorry, I had to blow my nose and everything, because anytime I laugh or, you know, I have allergies, anything sets my nose off. So, and so anyway, the fact that he was color coordinated, right? He's starting to sweat, like sweat so bad, like by every word he's saying, it's like 5 gallons of sweat is pouring down on him, right? So you see, like on the hat, you're starting to see like the ring around because you're fucking sweating, right? The shirt, and like I said, he had a shirt, tie, vest, coat, all of it. It is like 85, 90 fucking degrees right now. Take the shit off, but he wouldn't take it off. So all you see is like sweat spots. So like you have a ring around your hat. We're seeing that, and then like on your collar and on your tie and on your vest, all we're seeing is sweat, like buckets of just sweat. It was so disgusting. And it's like now you see the different color blue on. Ew, it was just. And so finally, he's like, okay, no, finally I had enough, because he's drinking mad water and he's like doing everything he can to like cool himself off. And I'm like, take the fucking coat off. Like, why are we doing this? Take the coat off, you know, roll up your sleeve. Let's get some air, right? Yo, when I tell you, when he took off the coat, right? I was not prepared for what I saw. He had like, because he was sweating, it was just sweat all down the shirt. There was like a ring around, like under his armpits. It was just so nasty. It was nasty, nasty, nasty. And for what? Why did we do all this? Why the fuck did you do all this? Why? Like, what made you think it was like you were gonna survive through the winter in this cruise with the outfit you had on, right? So I'm like, put the jacket back on, put the jacket. it was really like that cheap dollar store cologne. I don't know how else to explain it. And then between that and the body odor, because like of the sweatiness and like it was at one point I did thought I was getting punked. I'm like looking around like, am I getting punked of this bitch? Because this can't be right. This cannot be right. Like, did you actually go to the store and smell this cologne on your own? Like, I was so irritated at this moment. And so finally we get the dinner, and we go back to our table. Dinner served, and people are just looking at him because he's just sweating bullets, and the smell, it was just horrible. Oh my god! Now it's like pig juice with like the smell of bacon amongst like cologne, amongst just when I tell y'all I could not wait to eat. I ate so fast, and then I went straight to the bar. Like, I couldn't, but even like the liquor couldn't get me to like have fun. People were dancing, and you know. Funny enough though, I remember R. Kelly's song came on, you know, Step in the Name of Love, and you know, that was my shit back then. I was a stepper. I couldn't even do that. I was irritated. I was embarrassed, and I didn't want him touching me. Again, I thought if he touched me, I would just break out, or like I said, you know, start a Walking Dead virus. It just wasn't it for me. And the whole time, and it was like he just wouldn't leave me alone either. Like, if I went on the top deck, he followed me. If I went to the bathroom, he followed me, waiting for me. If I went to, you know, the bar on the third deck, he was like, I just couldn't get rid of him either. I couldn't even like socialize and have fun. He just would not leave me alone. Anyway, he was still insisting that we take pictures, and I'm just like, no. So anyway, finally he was like, well, you seem irritated, and now you're getting me irritated. I said, fine, then you fucking go over there. Like, go over there, leave me alone. I don't care. And so, like, for the rest of the boat ride, I think we had like 3 hours left after this whole argument. And I could not wait to get home. Well, not even get home. I could not wait, because see, here's the thing: we were in Manhattan, and we were planning on like hitting the street afterwards. But after all of this, there was just no way I was doing this. And also too, like, he would sit there and he'd be like, "Are you still mad? Are you still mad?" Like, sitting there hitting me with a fucking powder blue pimp cane. Like, are you still mad? Are you still mad? Like, stop fucking touching me. Stop touching me, stop poking me, stop doing all of it. Like, fuck off. Anyway, when we docked, it was like the worst experience ever. When we docked, I could not wait for my phone to work, and I called around, and I ended up taking that hour trip back home, and meeting up with friends later. But I did take a picture just for the hell of it. And when I tell you, people had like the laugh of the century. And the thing about it is too, like, back then, I don't know what it was back then, like, they didn't have like fitted clothes, right? Everything had to be like loose and big, and like 3 times too big. So like the jacket was like almost touching his ankle. It was just horrible, y'all. I can't. Worst experience ever. I was embarrassed, and the whole fucking ship, all they kept doing was laughing, snickering at him, pointing at him. People were like holding their nose, because